Welcome to the HyperFast Show, where we believe unlimited growth in business and life is created by surrounding yourself with people who have been where you are going. Learning from others allows you to compress time and grow hyper fast. And now, here are your hosts, Kerry Shull and Dan Lesniak. Kerry and Dan are real estate developers, best-selling authors, billion-dollar agents, and million-dollar agent makers. And now, get ready to grow hyper fast.
So, hey everybody, my name is Dorn. I'm a vice president with Realtor.com, and I just found out from an email about 3 weeks ago that I just spent my 18th year with Realtor.com. 18 years. Oh, thank you. A couple of you actually thought, wow, okay. So they sent me these awesome socks in the mail. I'm so excited. It's great to be here. All right, who came here to learn about top marketing ideas that'll get you traction and build business? Great. Who came here to learn about top applications and tools and systems to help you convert more leads, better your business? Great. And then who came here to learn about scripting, like scripting, text scripting, voice scripting, voicemail scripting? Great. And then who came here because you thought there might be a free lunch? It's the only reason you're here. Anybody? Okay. So Realtor.com, as you could probably see in the paperwork, has a free lunch. But Will Farmer, who's here at the table, at the Realtor.com table, there's only a few left. So at the break, be sure to get your lunch. I'm sorry if it does get sold out and you want to learn the content at lunch, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be called Fact or Fiction, where I share some really cool and insightful true data, marketing, social media data, and then every time we do true or false, you guys get involved, and then we'll learn something after each point. And Will, go ahead and walk in here. Will Farmer, he just celebrated his 14th year with Realtor.com. Let's give him a round of applause. That's Will Farmer right there. Awesome. All right, let's get in it. So we have a lot to cover in a short period of time. Contact, communicate, and convert, the ultimate lead conversion game plan. There's going to be a little bit of overlap with what Jack said and what Mike said, but for the most part, it's going to be new stuff. Now, we know that anybody, buyers or sellers, expect you to be fast, right? If you've gone to any conference, speed to lead is being talked about, but really, it's not actually speed to lead, like was said earlier. It's actually speed to relationship. Because if you are the fastest to get the relationship, you're going to win the business, right? So that's kind of the point of today. Now, even though they expect you to be really fast and they want you to know the market, they're not very loyal, right? I mean, it's amazing. I'm going to show you a stat in a second that what percentage of all buyers and sellers too, but mostly buyers, they just work with the first person they meet, even if they've already worked with someone in the past. So they're not very loyal. Yet they want a great experience from you, and they want a great first impression. I'll cover all of this here in a bit. So they expect you to be fast. The numbers don't lie on this one. This is straight from NAR, their annual survey of buyers and sellers. And it's the second most important thing to your clients. The second most important thing to your clients is fast. The only thing more important to your clients is honesty and integrity. That's how huge being fast is. And here's that stat I talked about. 68% of buyers interviewed only one agent. What does that mean? They stopped and did business with that agent. So nationwide, not for this group necessarily, but nationwide for realtors, 68 out of 100 buyers actually worked with the first agent they met. Did you guys know that? Crazy, right? So we need to be that first person, first a relationship, and we're going to get this number and probably then some, because you guys are coming to learn at conventions like this and learning great scripting and engagement and things like that, so you're going to have better success. So one thing that comes with our program, which we actually do have, it's called, if you want to write it down, it's called Connections Plus. That's the name of our lead system. It has 3 contacts within the first 24 hours that you do nothing for. Did you guys hear Michael use the word autopilot? That's what this is. A text within 60 seconds that has great verbiage. Another text within an hour that has, again, very relevant, good verbiage. And then within 24 hours, a third text that has, again, very relevant, short message. I'll just share the first one. So this comes out within 60 seconds. Hi, Diana. I got your inquiry on Realtor.com. When can I give you a call to discuss that property on ProSoft Test Road? Thanks, Vicky Agent. Most buyers actually think that's made just for them, even though, again, it's automatic. These are all 3 touches that happen automatically. Now, if you want to actually, as you communicate with text, especially text, but email too, if you want to appear to be smarter, because I need this for my writing skills, I'll do misspelling stuff a lot, download this free app called Grammarly. It'll give you a little green G. Who knows about this? Anybody? Okay, oh good, about 20%. So it gives you a little green G, and when you make a misspelling mistake, it'll fix it for you. Just click on it, and now running becomes running instead of ruining, or however you want to pronounce that. But here's what else it does. Have you ever typed out a text and a very embarrassing word pops up that you did not intend? Oh my God, a couple times I've hit send and gone, what an idiot. Thankfully, they're my friends. But if it was a buyer, that would suck, right? So it fixes those too. So Grammarly, punctuation, spelling mistakes, and those embarrassing words can help that. So what you do is you download Grammarly, free for Droid and iPhone, add it to your keyboard, and then you're good to go, and you will have better texting. Now this is a new concept right here. Who's heard of evergreen videos? A couple of you. Okay. Evergreen is not an app, it's not a system name, it's the idea of having several videos you can use again and again throughout the year. Let me give you an example. If you're buying Realtor.com leads and leads from a company called Z something, sorry, and your own company, you're getting all these leads, what if you had a video to respond to all those leads that works for all of them? Let's say you get 1,282 leads a year. How many times would you be using that video? 1,282 times, and would it take you 28 seconds one time, okay? So that's one idea. But how about another video for those you haven't talked to in 6 months? Are you with me? How about another video about inviting people to coffee? Remember what Dan Stewart said, how big coffee is? So that's 3 videos already. You can think of the other 3 you might need. But I'm gonna show you one and then tell you how you do this. This is Sarah. This is how she responds to all of her Realtor.com leads. She gets them all day long. She's a huge investor in Realtor.com leads. But they all received this, and she only made it one time.
Hey there, Sarah still here from the Artisan Group at Keller Williams Premier Realty. I just want to say thank you so much for your inquiry on Realtor.com, and I look forward to speaking with you about the property. Let me know when a good time would be to chat. You can just reply right below. Or if you're ready to take a look at the house, I can schedule a time for a private viewing. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Awesome. Few things. First of all she did was use her iPhone to film it. She didn't use some expensive camera. She placed her iPhone down and hit play and then edited it. So let me go back to that. So then, do you notice how she's using artificial light? She doesn't want natural light to see if it's dark or daytime because she wants them to think it's made just for them at that moment. So there's no clocks or calendars or anything that would tell you what time of day it is. Then when she uses it, the buyers think they made it just for her. As you probably thought, that was made just for that buyer. No, that's what she uses, again, 1,282 times if that's how many leads she gets. So again, no clocks, no calendars, no natural light, only artificial light. And now these are all saved on your computer and iPhone, and you pick the right video for the appropriate situation, and you're leveraging video without spending time. Anybody get that? Think about it today. At least start with 2. At least have a lead conversion one, and I haven't reached out to you in a while one. Start with that and work from there. Now, what is she doing right now? And she's doing well throughout the video. Smiling. Smiling is huge. It makes you very approachable. And by the way, it's very important that you open the video with a smile. So in other words, go to your happy place in your head before you hit record. Okay, for me, that's being in Hawaii or something. For you, it might be a hike with your wife. For you, it might be dinner with your best friend. For you, it might be going to a movie with your daughter. But get the genuine smile going, because now it's more clickable because it's the opening thumbnail that the play button is on, okay? And you don't want the opening thumbnail photo to look like this, right? Get a genuine smile, then, and by the way, now you're likely to finish the whole video 20 seconds smiling throughout, like she is. So go to your happy place in your head. It's a simple tip, but I promise it'll help you. So that's Sarah. They also want you to know the market. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I will point at Will Farmer again. That one of the top 5 things for your customers, your clients, is actually knowing the market data and having a way to share that and sold information. Will can sign you up for our product called Market Snapshot, which is awesome. It's stunning. It looks unbelievable on mobile and the computer, but here it is on the iPad. It looks the same way on a tablet because it's built in HTML5. Here it is on an iPhone. And I want to share one thing Julie's doing. Julie Farmer is signing up every one of her buyer leads for a Market Snapshot without asking them. I wonder why she's doing that. I'll tell you why. Because every buyer wants to know how the market's doing, where they clicked on a property and said, contact agent. Are you with me? for that neighborhood around that property. And that's what she does every time, and she's tracking deals from us every quarter. So if you want to write down a product that does for you, that makes you the local expert of how things are going in that neighborhood, because you can do it by address and say, all right, what's happened there? Will Farmer can talk to you about that. It's called Market Snapshot. If you don't have that, I would definitely check with Will on that. It's awesome. And by the way, this guy right here, he made his own video one-to-one, just sharing how the market's doing. But imagine this looking as beautiful as the previous slide. This is his MLS system where it's kind of archaic and not very visually stunning. But I think you guys would agree, this is a whole nother level. Are you with me on how that looks? So that's Market Snapshot. But here's a guy leveraging it one-to-one, just talking about the market. All right. Has anybody, as I take my first breath, has anybody ever had a lead that's not responsive? I got you. I knew that would happen. Look, I'm not trying to teach you the whole world right here, but I want to show you that the preferred communication of our clients is not the same as what we're doing. This group is better, and it goes back because you guys go to conventions and you go to trainings and you learn this. But I just want to point out this. They wanted 63% to be email and text, and we have 42 at phone. So here's my only thing to say about this whole thing. In your first communications, after that evergreen video you use, let's say for your leads coming in, your first communication, say this: going forward, how would you prefer to communicate? Text, phone, in person, or Facebook Messenger? That's what I would do. And you accomplish two huge things. Do you show you a little bit of empathy, that you care? Absolutely. Then you just learn exactly how they're going to communicate best and the fastest. Am I not right? If they say text, you know if you text them, they're going to text you back right away. And they're going to appreciate it because you showed a little empathy of asking. So that's why I showed this stat right here. Here's 3 quick things that can help you. The first one is, by the way, when I say help you, helping you with texting, helping you with emails, helping you with this, which Michael already covered, but I have a little twist on this. So first, texting. Have you ever got a lead without a valid cell phone number? Another, right? So guess what? Put their email in the text box. This is not an email. This is a text. You can tell, right? Put their email in there. If it turns blue, you both have iPhones. And you magically got to their text box, which is a great place to be, by the way. Again, turns blue, it's go. They got it like a text from their sister. The same thing, their loved ones. Got it? If it's green, they have a Droid. And there's no way to do it with Droid because Droid has multiple platforms. Samsung, LG, this, that, right? iPhone is just iPhone, iOS, so that's why it works. So again, blue, it's go, green, it's no. I'm going to make this one really clear. Oh, by the way, I just checked last week, and I said, I found the most credible source to say, what percentage of emails were open in 2018? Who wants to make a guess? What percentage of emails, not text, was open in 2018? Guess. Not 5%, 18. Crazy, right? 2018 delivered 18 on a credible source. Wow, your texts have 98% success. Anytime you can have 4 times more success at something and there's no side effects, drink that drink. The drink is texting, all right? So, and by the way, if you want to take another level, text a video with a smile on your face and a play button, and then it'll be 100%. You will never not have one. Just like this. You know what? In the last 3 minutes, I've seen at least 9 of you check your text. Shame on you. I'm kidding, but that's the first thing you're going to do at the break is check your text. Raise your hand if you have an unopened email right now. Laughing in hands. Raise your hand if you have an unopened text right now. That's not an ad. Thank you. Game, set, match. All right. Last but not least, I want to, email. All you need to do here is be short and relevant, okay? Because emails like this. Raise your hand if you're like me and you try to delete as many emails as you can every morning before reading them. Before even reading them. That's the world, right? So they're just swiping, delete, 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 delete. But if I am a buyer and I hit contact agent on a real property and then I get an email that says this, are you still looking for a home like that? Then I don't hit delete because it's me. I just hit contact agent on a property. So all you got to do is be 9, 10 words or less and be relevant to who they are, and they actually work. And you're going to increase that 18% number because it's actually short and relevant. If it's 3 paragraphs, it's gone. It's gone for the most part. Okay, Mike did a great job about the double and triple dial. I'm just going to add one thing. Here's why it works. So when you call and they don't answer, and now you pick up the phone right again and call right back, you've made the call much more important, first of all. And then the other thing is, if they didn't have the phone in their hand before, now they do. okay? And here's the bigger thing. How many of you get calls on at least a monthly basis from like Hyatt Vacations, Hilton Vacations, Sheraton this, go to Caribbean free this? Are you with me? They never double dial me. It's one and done, whether I answer or not. They never double dial. So when I get the same number dialing me 2 or 3 times, I'm thinking, what the hell did my kid do at school? That's what I'm thinking, right? Because no one else does that. No one else does, especially triple. So you won't believe the traction you have just by employing that. This is something that is so simple, and I'm going to tell you the investment that he makes in this, of how much connection he gets out of this simple little video. This is Daniel Kahn. Check this out.
Hey there, Gene. Good
Turn it up, please.
It's Dan over here at Icon Group Real Estate with Keller Williams here in Lake in the Hills. I wanted to
actually,
really
no need to turn it up. I'm going to tell you what he did. Actually, no, you tell me. What did he do?
Hey there, Gene. Good afternoon.
What did he do in the video? It's different than you've seen so far today. Yeah, personalized it. Have we ever met before? Okay, we never have, right? I'm Andrew, by the way. Pleasure to meet you. All right. Right when you arrived here today, and you got your cup of coffee and you checked your phone, and you saw a text from me, and I'm smiling with my happy face, right? And then it says, what's your name? Alyssa. It says, hi, Alyssa, and me smiling. Would you hit play? Sure. You'd have to. People love seeing their name, right? And it just strikes something. Curiosity is a very, very strong thing. So if you do this and you spend the huge amount of money he spent on Sharpies and index cards, every single one. If you text that, every single one will be played. All right, moving on. I got to wrap things up here a little bit, so I'm just going to say one thing. When you share your contact, save your contact different. Put in your first name, put my real estate agent realtor. Okay? And then tell them later, don't worry about recalling my name. Just type in realtor and agent or real estate. I'll come up every time. Just search your contacts. Okay, so this guy's tracking deals from that on a regular basis. Thank you notes, real quick. Who does them handwritten? Here's why they work. We don't get them anymore. Here's the last 2 ones I got. One was a cleaning person at my hotel that said, hope you enjoyed your stay, smiley face, ... for the eyes. And I was like, wow, I actually tipped that person $3. And I don't tip otherwise, by the way. So it works there. Now, I don't, unless it's something crazy with the room, like they made a dolphin out of the toilet paper. Never said that before and never seen it, but it's possible. The other one was this. I have 2 kids, and my younger son put a kick me sign on my back, hoping the older kid would kick me, and he did, which I do not appreciate. But again, we don't get these. That's the 2 notes I've gotten in the last 6 months, is that and that. So, after a meeting, say thank you. In a note, put it in the mailbox, put it in the mail, and it shows empathy, it shows you care. All right, first impressions. I can't talk about this one too much, Farmer, because we have lower inventory, but name the counties that do have some of our awesome leads available. Really? At least some. Even if what's the county of Fairfax? Fairfax and Fairfax County? I feel like an idiot. All right. I should have known that, Will. Okay, so these leads, they really do convert, like all your friends tell you that a realtor is at a high rate. Most people I talk to, for every dollar they spend, they get at least 4 back, but a lot of 5, 6, and 7s, depending on your follow-up. Are you with me? For every dollar I spend, at least they get 4, 5, or 6 back. Will, is that true? Matt, is that true? And you run Xplode, so that's credible. But here's something that's amazing. With the new Connections Plus, which has all these additional touches, like I told you, those automatic 3 touches that are text, in 60 seconds, within 1 hour, within 24 hours. A guy like Ron used to connect to 1 or 2 leads out of 10, but with our changes, now he's talking to 5 or 6. Do you guys remember what percentage of agents work with the first person they met? 68. Run the numbers and go crazy on that. So he's connecting with 5 or 6. First a relationship, and then 68% of people work with the first person, even if you're an average realtor. So run the numbers on that and have more success. But this is what I want to talk about before I invite Matt up. This is brand new. We launched it in November, so I've never been able to present it in Fairfax or in the DC area. Now I am. This is an absolute killer because it actually will help you get listings right away, because you are featured in the 4th spot on Realtor.com, whether they're searching from a Dell, a Mac, IBM, doesn't matter, or they're searching from a Droid or iPhone. So now you got all that exposure, but guess what? It's not just that. You can feature your listings. So now you tell in a listing presentation, not only are you going to be prominently displayed on Realtor.com in the 4th spot, but also Realtor.com mobile. I'm going to put your property right there. It's going to get way more attention, and I know in this market we could sell it faster and for more with all of that exposure. But then it goes even further. You also get Facebook as well. So for those buyers who go to Realtor.com and don't hit contact agent, but later they go to their Facebook feed, your seller's listings goes in their Facebook feed because they know they're a real buyer in a real neighborhood that you own because you own the zip code. And by the way, it just doesn't work by zip code. It works by neighborhoods, communities, even schools. If they type in schools, you and your properties will be coming up. When people search by communities or schools, are they farther along than searching all of Fairfax? Yes, they're way farther along. So leverage this. It's called Local Expert. And what do we have available for that? A lot more for this because it's so new. So, and by the way, does everybody know that mid-year's next year in DC at the Wardham Marriott? Get it before they get it, because it's going to be nuts. We're going to have probably 10,000 agents there, and we'll probably sell more than we ever have. So again, this is sold by zip code, but again, you own all the neighborhoods, communities, and schools within the zip code as well. So you get it all, and there's only 3 agents that can do it per zip code, 3 at the most. That's my time. I'll see you at the lunch, Fact or Fiction. Thank you, Matt, for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the HyperFast Show. Subscribe to us if you want to make sure you get the latest and greatest HyperFast shows. And remember, we love reviews. Reviews help us bring better and better guests and improve our shows. So give us the good, the bad, and the ugly. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.